We all know Afenyo Markin is a fool. NAPO sitting on that committee, what was he sitting there? In what capacity? KwasiA de we na mo NDC for ni biya yako kana mubuofu. And you, the committee chairman, you are playing jokes with us. Now, what you say, MPP now what this majority in Parliament? Do you think that the MPP will allow you to bring somebody from outside to come and sit among them to say, NAPO is a mere Ghanaian. He has no portfolio. So why do you give NAPO that room to come and sit there and fool himself? As what? As an MP? As a minister? That fool does not have any capacity. If he came as a guest to support Muntaka, he needs to sit back there. Nobody will Jimmy to one and for the during the campaign, KwasiA son and upon country flag bearer. But today, because of John Mahama, you are here for, or whatever committee chairman, you have a position. Nobody considered you in anything. The man who was being insulted by NAPO KwasiA has made sure he gave you a position to be in Parliament to be a chairman.
Kevin Taylor afaya NAPO ene Afenyo Markins a high group trends meeting ede cyber and no first time no video but more than click subscribe at them send me do video bia na onsa kana quick after say to abanu we President John Dramani Mahama ereni akwan na was all select aye ni ministers oguso all select aye ni ministers na ena ye select aye honorable Muntaka has interior minister and 3 days ago na also oko vetting na okono ena NAPO ekupie mu ewo honum.
There are places where it's solar. They're just solar. So they don't rely on the lights to go on and go off. But they are not expensive. So these are ideas that when I join the team, I will share with the experts and let's see the possibility of doing this. But when we do this, then if someone dies.
Inti sa wuhwe video na hu se NAPO etiba bia eye committee for na etena ya na omoye vet na Kevin Taylor se na eye NAPO no oye former MP oye hwan oni portfolio bia na de ntina ye man chance on betena eye committee ho no on bisa questions na nsema Kevin Taylor ekafa NAPO no abusia yen kuna kuti nsema Kevin Taylor ede eka bomodin na leave comment or comment section ase.
Now I've seen my team just sent me this post on social media. And it's coming from Oliver. And you see, these are some of the things they do. And what they do is sometimes they just want to force themselves into the limelight. They want people to talk about them. They want to feel important. There are so many people in Ghana, I refuse to speak about them because me draw line. I give you some respect. But these are the same kind of people that are from political insects. They feel, say, always they have to come out and say something to feel relevant. Now, this is Oliver. He calls himself a lawyer. Fine. I'll give that to him. Now, so all the monies the ministerial appointees are being asked to pay to the appointment committee just to get approved, are those ones not affected by oral strange republic? no facts to this. When somebody writes same about him on social media, this guy will be screaming. He will be insulting. He will be writing theses. He will be going on radio to radio and saying people are after him because of what he believes in. But they hide behind the small name that they have, the little distraction that they have caused to try and malign people. Where are your evidence and where is your facts? And we will have these kind of creatures with us for a long time. They are not going anywhere because they have this impression that they think they know everything. They know all. They are intelligent than everyone in Ghana because they went to some country to learn something we don't even know. So they can come into Ghana and now create things because they want to feel important. These are the foolish things they have been doing for years. Where is the money? Who gave the money? Come and show us documents. Come and show us evidence. 2025, you cannot just come put things on social media and just walk away. You need to prove it. Because people's reputation are at stake here. Anytime when I'm speaking on stuff, I add facts to it. So how can you just go on social media and talk stupidly like that? Why not appointee KwasiA to be endorsed? The NDC has majority on the appointee committee. The NDC has majority in parliament. Into KwasiA be na KwasiA, KwasiA be na ebeka chese obi akojisika. This is what we talk about. Proof doing. So it makes us now start to question their credibility on things that they have said before. You see, Sir Oliver Muwemuno, they KwasiA sit on social media and want to malign people. When people hold their tail, then they start to leave their beard to grow like they are mad, to make it look like say they are homeless. Where is your evidence? When I also a lawyer, I call law school. When I only move my chair, me call law school, me need degree, me need PhD, me need masters. I yedi Jimmy, your street in so. Yedi yenko school papa biya. When I go kind brofo, when I a lawyer, this stupid statement you are making and spreading on social media, do you think it's going to help you? How does this help your credibility? Munjai sa Jimina modetete Ghana hono masa, this time nobody is a friend again. No. We are going to make sure we expose you criminals. We are calling you criminals because the kind of things you say without backing it with facts, the kind of things you want to put out there to feel relevant. Yeti kroma hana mobile yehumo. Baby anamu wono yenim diamu ye yenim enfaswa yenya omoso. So you people cannot come to Ghana and pretend as if say yehumo sort of human beings before. Come and give us proof. You need to be called to parliament to answer questions because every day you people want to be seen somebody mu answer. San KwasiA de twemo. Oliver, one on KwasiA set San KwasiA de we will not entertain it again. I am not saying say evidence for evidence brand be prove you wrong. But this kind of stupid politics, it will not happen again. This kind of stupid childish statements, it is not going to happen again. Munja San KwasiA de Jimmy, nobody's going to give you space again in Ghana. We are not going to allow this kind of fake news ambassadors. You, Oliver, and your group, you are the fake news ambassadors in Ghana. You cook the story, you go sit somewhere else, and on Parliamentary TV, so now more discuss it, now more say Nipa life without anything backing it. Now, I think we can question your integrity. Now, we can question why you people are going through what you are going through. Now, freedom has come. So now freedom has come. So everyone can KwasiA write anything. Freedom has come. John Muhammad on Chinipa. John Muhammad on Kandapa, on Kufuadomo, on Tatamo. Yadam ko chese osanama isen confirm mo nante o mo na ba akoso ade a chepe na mo diabetes ko na mo di nkwasi asem and the freedom aba into obi ejimi no ho. Today freedom has come into motete Ghana na mo jimi mo ho. Parliament needs to call this guy to come and tell Parliament with evidence, because you see these people are supposed to be also a dear scapegoat. Or we say no akoni e jail in 8 years. Na KwasiA bitu wa no adwene say hey where do you mean any say me yes sad no. These are the kind of people you put in jail. 8 years, 6 years. Then young people sitting out there who are also thinking to act kwasiamuli, no, they will step back and not act kwasiamuli like these people. What do you get from this? Where are your evidence? Obi beka some say for one ebe ode. The outcome may be to be proven today. The outcome in no, you have not been able to prove to us political riffraffs. There be politicians who use them in the name say, yeah, they are neutral. There's no neutral in Ghana. Nobody's neutral in Ghana. Deciding not to even vote is a decision. You people are the problem at your war Ghana and the freedom of Ba into be a Jimmy 2025. We are not going to make it easy for some of you fake news lawyers. 2025. We are not going to make it easy for some of you people. We will make sure the law works. I was a parliament because this is an indictment on parliament. This is the highest disrespect to parliament. And Alban Bagbin and parliament, they need to summon this guy. He needs to come to parliament, meet the committee, and prove to the committee that he has evidence that some appointees paid money. If he fails to do that, he needs to go to jail. He needs to be jailed. Yes. Say your mom ran and yejuma. You better kroma na KwasiA say say krono. I used to respect him a lot. I didn't know that he just wanted attention. Show us, prove to us. Me tie say na nadwi ochina oba on Facebook now be share me evidence. I will come here tomorrow and applaud you. Because that is how we want things to be done. But until you do that, I will make sure Parliament, they need to call this guy. They need, you see, the NDC majority, they need to start something. And it brings me to what happened in Parliament today. When the committee now, almost every appointees, allowed NAPO to come and sit with the MPs. You see, I want to tell the committee chairman, my friend, with all due respect to you, that is not your property. We all know Afenyo Markin is a fool. The MPP group sitting there, they don't have any intelligence. They are not ready to help you people vet the appointees. NAPO sitting on that committee, what was he sitting there? In what capacity? You allowing NAPO to come sit on that committee, he is a former MP. Do you know the number of former MPs who can be guests at that committee hearing? Do you know appointees are former MPs are ministers are? They can also come and take a chair and sit with the MPs to ask to be laughing and asking questions. Are we serious as a people? And you, the committee chairman, you are playing jokes with this. Now, Muji is saying MPP know what this majority in parliament are. Do you think that the MPP will allow you to bring somebody from outside to come and sit among them to say, NAPO is a mere Ghanaian. He has no portfolio. So why do you give NAPO that room to come and sit there and fool himself? In what, as what? As an MP? As a minister? That fool does not have any capacity. If he came as a guest to support Muntaka, he needs to sit back there. Now, Jimmy to one for the during the campaign, KwasiA and NAPO can't flag bearer. But today, because of John Mahama, you are here for, or whatever committee chairman, you have a position. Nobody considered you in anything. The man who was being insulted by NAPO KwasiA has made sure he gave you a position to be in parliament to be a chairman. You sit there and NAPO KwasiA MPs or MP. If he came as a guest, can't he sit there? When my appointees don't do more friends who are MPs who came as guests, why didn't they come sit there? Mudia munya to me and Mudi din KwasiA sem. Sa in Yankana Mtetim China, dirty riffraffs MP before no. Oji someone munya majority and Kasan KwasiA sem na mozo soso come soso. Huh? And you people go on the street and fight so hard to give you power. Power no become movie in sana is my bodam. You start to underestimate the power of the people. You start to disrespect the people. Do you know the anger in the system? Do you know what the people want you people to do? I don't care. I don't fucking care who NAPO is. He needs to sit back there. I don't fucking care who Muntaka is. So Muntaka ni NAPO ye gay crown or daboma. I don't care. So Muntaka ni NAPO e cracky deals. And KwasiA deal aswasia. I don't care. NAPO needs to sit where everybody sits. He's a fucking guest. He's not an MP. People work so hard to become MPs. People have worked hard to be appointed. So you don't allow this fool to come and sit amongst you And you want us to respect you as a chairman? Why do you think Afenyo Markin is disrespecting you? Because you have become so weak. You are here for. You have become so weak. Why send Tohen out to and KwasiA pay yourself in your market near MP before they are manipulating you? Why should NAPO sit where he sat? As what? As what? In what capacity? Oliver, you can write whatever you want to write. Parliament needs to. Hey, Oliver. You can write whatever you want to write on social media. Nobody cares. Go to Parliament and prove to Parliament that you saw an appointee pay you money. We don't know how Parliament works. You have written on social media 5 minutes ago that folks don't know how Parliament works. You know how it works. So go to Parliament and tell Parliament that you know their job more than them. You need to do that. And Alban Bagbin needs to do this. This is what he has written on social media. Hey, Masa, man can be mo. Hey. Yeah, Masa KwasiA Assembly Nkoso Ghana. BM. We are the folks who are foolish. We don't know how Parliament works. You, Oliver, you know how Parliament works. Go to Parliament and explain to parliamentarians how it works and how they pay bribes. You have to go to jail because at least you know the law. You there, at least, also say a lawyer, so you sitting on social media telling parliamentarians and appointees that they are criminals. So you need to prove. Because right now, you are telling Alban Bagbin that he's a criminal. Because Alban Bagbin, he set up the committee. So if somebody is sitting on committee taking money, you need to prove to Alban Bagbin that this person took money. You, Oliver, you have to go to Parliament and answer that question. Folks do not really know or understand how Parliament. I don't know. And majority of the people watching me, they don't know. You know. Go there and prove to us. Most of them somebody has to even take you on, also be obedient court for you to prove, because you cannot malign the Parliament of Ghana. You need to prove. And the good thing is, you have a law degree to prove. So whatever you are saying, you know. Personally, I will find a way to get to Alban Bagbin for you to be invited to Parliament. I will say a teacher KwasiA Assembly so Ghana. You need me. I don't need anything from you. And I don't hate you. I want you to prove to Ghanaians, Nipa Otia Sika, appointee Otia Sika, you're endorsing of Parliament. I don't know how Parliament works. Maybe Alban Bagbin Awoka on the G-Scano. Maybe the chairman of the committee in the G-Scano. Maybe Omamotituano. So you need to prove beyond. Yeah, Jimmy. We don't know how it works. I'm not a parliamentarian. The last time I checked, you were not a parliamentarian. So maybe you have heard something or seen something we don't know. So go to Parliament and prove to us. And we will make sure you come to Parliament to answer, because whatever you put out there, it has tainted the credibility of the committee's work. Do you know that? This statement you put online, as a lawyer who knows better, this statement that you put online, it has tainted a parliamentary committee, the vetting committee, their job. It has tainted it. Right now, tomorrow, people are going to go to vetting, and some people be carrying that in their head that Oliver says they are taking money. So you need to go and prove to them. You have tainted parliamentary proceedings. So, Oliver, it is important for your own credibility and also to protect our parliament. And Speaker Alban Bagbin, this is very important to Ghanaians. Enough is enough. The disrespect and the lies and then insinuations and allegations without any fact backing it. This has to end. So, Oliver, you have actually you are back on Facebook saying folks like us don't know how Parliament works. Yes, Mimetiano. Minim see a Parliament yejuma. Minim so biji bribe Parliament. More evidence and kamedi achre. Minim obi a wetu sika me am appointment and kamedi sa evidence na ba. Minim me call Parliament da. So obi just call Parliament minim. Me tena me camera and capture obi a just call Parliament. Wona winim. You know how Parliament works. So go and prove to Parliament how Parliament works. You need to go with evidence. Mama Chama de Oliver. Now Oliver and Sama Wakano, I just want to remind him of something. Oliver, Ghana Mbrani we Ghana constitutional. Into Oliver there. I'm telling you, you need to go to Parliament to answer questions. You have actually tainted a parliamentary work. You need to answer questions. So I post now make here. My team send me ready when show. Chapter 10. the legislature. 122 general contempt or say 122 an act or omission which distracts. Let me take this again. 122 an act or omission which obstructs or impedes Parliament in the performance of its functions, or which obstructs or impedes a member or office of Parliament in the discharge of his duties, or affronts the dignity of Parliament, or which tends either directly or indirectly to produce that result, is contempt of Parliament. Oliver, this your tweet or this your post on social media. This your post on social media. So all the monies the ministerial appointees are being asked to pay to the appointment committee just to get approved are those ones not affected by oral. Strange republic. This your statement. Straightforward. Obstruct the work of Parliament. This is contempt. You need to go to Parliament to prove to Parliament to say you have not obstructed the business of Parliament, because this committee was set up by the Parliament of Ghana, led by Speaker Alban Bagbin. Into one a lawyer, ona unim brofo, memente brofo, makain the constitution ekachrew. Me chraw, sa una wakosua law, me de wakosua no ena me chechire ma chraw. Inti, so we read it. Thank you very much, team. Let me just stick to this. So we read Ghana Mrana. Oliver, asama woka se appointees no sikama parliamentarians are omoti committees no. Okay, Ghana Mrana. Say an act or omission which obstructs or impedes Parliament in the performance of its functions, or which obstructs or impedes a member or office of Parliament in the discharge of his duties, or affronts the dignity of Parliament, or which tends, either directly or indirectly, to produce that result, is contempt of Parliament. This is your statement. So, don't fight me. Fight the Constitution. You said you are a lawyer, and your statement was clear-cut. You did not allege anything. You made it an emphatic statement. So it's about time you went to Parliament, because Ochina, the committee will be sitting. We don't want to have doubt about the committee and the kind of people or the appointees they will endorse. You have put something in the heads of Ghanaians that they are taking money. You have tainted their job. You have obstructed their job. Whatever they will do from tomorrow, Ghanaians will not see it as legitimate. You need to go to Parliament to prove. You need to go to jail. Me call law school. But my team said, I should show you this. Team. So my team said, me show another statement from the standing orders of Parliament. Let's spend a little bit of time on this. It's very important, because people need to understand, say, they cannot just sit in Ghana and be messing the system up and expect the system to work. No. So what Ghana, now Ghana, refrain from fake news and accusing people without facts. Very, very important. And that is how it's going to be from now. Yen to me man phobia to Parliament keke. And to Ghana and say Parliament to people need to answer questions. Oliver, one thing I may spend the time. My time is precious. Millions of people around the world are watching. When I finish, I'll put your picture on. Send your colleague, lawyers or more out of Ghana will know the kind of misinformation and disinformation for now you are putting out. Until you bring evidence out, you are a chief misinformer. Now, when you read the parliamentary document, let's get in there. Document in 17 subparts. Oba 2, contempt of Parliament or breach of privilege. Where your Parliament documents, Oliver. Because Ochina committee betina say. Asama wakano, amagana for United committee for before they are taking money from appointees. So you need to go and prove. Because I respect the committee and I respect the chairman. And I don't want people to have second thought about their duty. Alban Bagbin, I don't want people to think Alban Bagbin is sitting up there taking money to let people go through. So, anytime me read the Parliament of one krata any constitution natural. Also, you're a lawyer, you need to know better. Now, so we'll read it point 30 and not 30. That's what it says. Let me enlarge it. On a lawyer, for the actual and making kind. 30 or say the following acts or conduct shall constitute a breach of privilege or contempt of Parliament. A, and it says this: disorderly conduct on the part of strangers, such as realtors, or disorderly action by strangers to hinder or promote the passing of a bill or other legislative measures. Now, when you go to the continuing statement in Parliament, and I did not make it up, we're Parliament. Nyoma we are a contempt. Our Parliament met to bachu de dia. Edwako jina court ejelu. And I make and your statements are here. H. Publication of false, perverted, misleading, distorted, fabricated, or scandalous reports, books, or libels reflecting on the proceedings in Parliament. Sanyoma we, oh yeah, no way nyanjina so improving one contempt show or said ukotu fiase. Tie, brofo. Publication of false, perverted, misleading, distorted, fabricated, or scandalous reports, books, or libels reflecting on the proceedings in Parliament. You need to prove to Ghanaians tomorrow that the statement you made, you have evidence to it, and that you saw somebody pay. These are receipts, these are recordings, these are videos. Because if you don't, then it means the parliamentary standing orders, just say contempt, you need to spend time in jail. Don't fight me, fight the system. Mr. P, Mr. S, we good? All right, thank you very much, team. I wanted to let Oliver know. I don't know the problem now. Tomorrow, I'll follow up with this. We need to stop this fake news thing. We need to stop people putting things on the in the system. How many facts? I will see a clean system. No a bit to Ghana. It is only truth. And a bit to me, Abuami Ghana. Into Yenya no Krena. And we need to let the world know. Mr. S, Mr. P, get me Oliver's picture. And I'm finding to sooner it will go on record. Very important. For the world to know that he's a lawyer and that's what he said, and that he needs to prove himself. So these things are important we do, because I will say we are seeing who obia terminal reports. It is a client TV banner or befawa. Now so call internet nesuna or Google dia or be who juma waye no who terminal report. It is send a beya so obia can be or bedwene obia chro bibi or bedwene not for the hype. It's not for people to feel say they need to be important. The world needs to know your job. So also you're a lawyer. These are some of the things you did. So the client will ask you, did you actually do this? Were you able to provide evidence? What is your, can I trust your credibility? These are things we all do to clean the system and protect the system. Mr. S, get me Oliver's picture so that I can put side by side with his comments, and then people will know who I'm talking about. Tomorrow is Saturday. Monday, Parliament will sit, definitely. So it gives me more time over the weekend to make some calls to make sure, say, Oliver appears in Parliament on Monday. Parliament can serve him over the weekend or early Monday morning for him to appear before Parliament to prove to parliamentarians, because so I yes, sir, a Juma Parliament baby and this is Oliver. This is the man who wrote this. We are waiting for him to prove, bring evidence. No room for jandam. We all have to do the right thing. We all have to use truth to protect this nation. Yema obi engu Oliver nimase, and yema Oliver so engu obi nimase. Yentumi ma Oliver engu Parliament nimase, and I yentumi ma Parliament so mbokrono. So Oliver, ewo the fact na onfamra na enkyere se the okano or a patriotic citizen or person bibia eko ne kwanso. Oliver nie. This is his terminal report. And if you want to know what the Constitution says about what he just said, this is what the Constitution says about what Oliver just said. Let me put Oliver up here, and then the world will know what Oliver actually said, not what the Constitution says. So as a lawyer himself, he knows what is right. He has friends outside the country. They all see him as somebody with credibility. Today, he's saying that our parliamentarians are taking bribe to endorse appointees. He needs to come out fully to prove to the world that he has evidence. The world, we are watching. Every single person is watching. Parliament will call him to come and answer questions. The credibility of Parliament is very important. I will protect Albert Bagbin, the Speaker of Parliament, every single day because he has integrity that he has protected over these years. He put up this or set up this committee. The chairman of the committee, he needs to make a statement, and then Albert Bagbin, they need to make a statement. Oliver needs to prove beyond reasonable doubt. It's very, very important.